it's live. Good. We're live now. 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, everyone. I am Amelia Pagan, and I am doing an independent study course in the videography program. And this newscast is one of my assignments. Here's my first story. Earlier this month, I attended the Brainerd City Council meeting where I heard about a new apartment being built. It had me wondering if this was a place where CLC students could stay. In response to the escalating housing crisis in Crow Wing County, the City Council has been taking steps to help fix the issue. In the last meeting, they passed a vote giving the go-ahead for building a 12-unit apartment in the Brainerd area.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. That motion carries.
We have a number of shortages. I think CLC is short on 200 units. Just around Brainerd as well as Crow Wing County has a major housing shortage.
The apartment is being built behind the Ace Hardware store on Northwest 3rd Street and Jackson Street.
I believe it is a subsidized housing project. From what the applicant has told me, it's going to be for the homeless, specifically why there's multiple efficiency units. Typically going to be 1 or 2 people residing in each residence.
And while this housing isn't for CLC students, the steps the city is taking help with alleviating the pressure on the housing crisis. A little closer to home, we have the Bent Pine Journal, which has become an annual tradition for CLC students and faculty alike. With spring upon us, the 5th edition of the journal is on its way to publication. We asked club advisor Brandy Lindquist what to expect with this year's edition.
Really, the goal of it is to offer an outlet for student voices because we didn't necessarily have that in the past. We don't have a publication at the college where students could publish or share their creative work. So we really wanted to provide that for our students.
The Bent Pine Journal, which received a second-place national award for its best magazine, is now finishing its year at CLC. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, it's a student-driven literary arts journal made up of hundreds of works like paintings, collages, drawings, poems, and photographs, and more. As the annual Bent Pine book closes its submissions for the year, Central Lakes College embarks on the decision-making process.
We're collecting submissions and starting to evaluate those submissions with a blind process, and those are all student-selected. So we have a group of students who have been talked through how to select submissions. They go through a blind process using online software to do that.
With the editing process well underway, expect to hear more about the journal in April, when the showcase is presented on April 29th at 2 p.m. in the cafeteria. Now, let us go over to our live feeds and check the baseball and softball fields. That is a lot of snow. Hopefully, by next weekend, they'll have it all cleared up for our first home games of the season. The big snowstorm really put a dampener on our early spring, but not for the horticulture department, as their spring is in full bloom. Hard at work in the greenhouse, these budding gardeners are refining their horticultural talents. From nurturing seedlings into blooming flowers and plants, these students are preparing for the end of the year sale, where they get to display all the demanding work they put into the soil. I got the chance to talk with 2 of our students and got their thoughts on the upcoming spring sale.
The greenhouse sale in spring semester usually is on the first week of May. We are really excited for that.
And so like the plant sale that we have at the end of the semester in May are all of these plants that we grow from zero and we took care of them. That'll be the first week of May, and it's all kinds of house plants, bedding plants, annuals usually.
And we got some helpful tips for gardeners.
You start planning, starting getting your seeds and everything that you want to start growing outdoors. So this would be the time to start growing your plants indoors.
As the days grow warmer and longer and the snow begins to melt, the passion for horticulture burns ever brighter in the hearts of these dedicated students With their green thumbs and endless enthusiasm, they are sowing the seeds for a greener, more vibrant future. Thank you for tuning into my show. You can find more updates about the Bent Pine Journal at clcmn.edu/bentpine. And you can hear more about our spring sports teams at clcraiders.com. And lastly, the horticulture end of year sale will be the first week of May. Have a nice evening and stay warm, everyone.